Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and here's some of the top stories we have for you tonight. Grove Place Fire Department is robbed overnight. A driver is charged with vehicular homicide, and C-Tech grads strut their stuff. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, late last night, firefighters from Grove Station went to put out a fire. When they returned, they had been robbed. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this unbelievable story.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. We're at the Grove Place Fire Station. We're going to get right to it, a very serious matter, where we have this fire company last night, shortly after midnight, going out on a call, and when they got back, they found out that the fire station had been robbed. I'm here now with Fire Chief Brow, Deputy Chief Torres. The Police Commissioner, Novell Francis, is on the scene with forensics and other top men, top brass. This is a very situation as we have our firefighters who put their lives on the line for us, and they got robbed when they got back to the scene. Fire Chief, please tell us what happened.
Yeah, well, at midnight, these guys received a call of a structural fire in progress. 2 units from the Grove Place Station departed, along with a unit from Frederiksted. Upon arrival back to the station at 3:37 this morning, firefighters discovered that the station had been vandalized and personal items and a DVR recorder was missing. That was stolen, and the robbers, they actually took the time and actually screwed this DVR off. They didn't show no form of force to actually retrieve the DVR recorder. So.
Now, before we start playing the blame game and all this other things, why don't we try to get some of these things back so that they're still fresh on the trail, so that the community knows what they're looking for? Can you describe some of the missing objects, like the laptops, for example?
Well, I don't have the exact type of laptop that they were. You know, they were all individually owned.
But let's face it, if some strange stolen goods come into your place within the next few hours or days, you could best believe that they came from this fire station, perhaps right in this very neighborhood. You believe you guys were set up. Do you believe that you were set up all the way from arson to get you to leave the scene?
Well, right now, the police department is actually doing their investigation, so I'll leave that up to the PD department.
I have to tell you, an abandoned building,
Yeah.
you know, that might lead credence to the fact that they set that fire just so you guys could go, and then they rob you.
Well, that's true, you know, Wes. And then there's a shortcut that leads through Mutual Home into Lorraine Village, into St. George's. It's just about like a 10-minute walk. You know, and a bicycle, you're talking about 5 minutes, and you're into St. George's. But like I say, I leave the PD to do the investigation and that process.
Deputy Chief Torres, has the chief pretty much said it all? You guys look pretty sad and depressed, and morale, once again, seems to be down at your fire station.
Yes, definitely the chief, couldn't say it no better. This point, I would like to make a plea to this community on a whole, to, keep an eye out, and also to, we make things happen together here, because we go out our way to, serve this community. Our lives are at stake. Every time we leave the firehouse, our guys' safety, ours is compromised. So we would like, the community to also, get involved, not only with the fire service, with this crime, this burglary, with in general. So I'm really urging and crying out to the community to, cause my guys right now, they're concerned for their safety. Because if they could come to the firehouse and burglarize, our stuff, locally, the fire department, it could happen to anyone. So,
Director Brown, I guess there's no easy way to put this, but how does this make you feel coming to your company and seeing that what happened is they went to a fire and then they came back and found out that they were robbed and broken into, sir?
In a word, terrible. Because it's amazing that these guys are out here putting their lives on the line, protecting life and property, and can't feel safe going out and coming back.
Police Commissioner Francis, I was talking to Fire Chief Brow before I came out here, and he said, Wes, it's a lucky thing that my men didn't meet these guys on the inside. Then it could have been chaos, sir. So I guess you guys are going to leave no stone unturned to try to find out who did this to the firefighter.
Yeah, clearly this is a terrible situation that we have encountered today. Certainly these individuals left the fire company here in Grove Place to go and assist someone, a structural fire, and came back and met this terrible situation. So the police department, I'm here first of all to see firsthand exactly what transpired and to have a conversation with the director to see how best we can assist them in providing some protection here in this community. But I also want to take this opportunity to advise those individuals that may have information relative to this type of situation that the police department would like for you to contact them either through Crime Stoppers or calling out 911 or the Criminal Investigation Bureau. I intend to assign a detective to this case, and hopefully we could have some quick resolution to the matter.
Do you think maybe a substation, this might lead credence to you guys really pushing for a substation in this area?
Well, there's a number of areas throughout the islands that require, some high visibility of our police personnel. We can't, every time that there's a situation, create a substation to address that problem. But nonetheless, I think that we have a weed and seed program here right next door to the fire department. So we want to look at the resources, the available resources that we have, again, to support what transpired here. Clearly, we can't build more police stations. I think that we have to be able to energize this community to come forward with information so that we can hold those responsible for these type of situations to justice, because it's clearly an attack, an insult, and public safety issues, and a community at large in this regards. Again, Mutual Homes, the Grove Place area, Lorraine Village have been a hotspot for the police department for a number of years. We have come in here, we have done some cleanup in the area, and again, we're seeing that the development of a number of different social issues that plague this community that we collectively as a government will have to undertake in order to bring some resolutions to the residents of this community.
Please, if you know anything about what happened last night between right after 12 o'clock and up to around 3:30 when this place was ransacked, when it was robbed, then we're looking for some laptops and some other personal objects. You should call 911-778-2211, or you can always call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. At the Grove Place Fire Station, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. Well, just how did the fire department get set up? News Channel 8's Wes Small has more.
And this is how it all started. Perhaps a bogus call. Not bogus, but perhaps with these three abandoned buildings, one here, and then that one there. That's definitely the one that took the firefighters over 3 hours to get under control. And then they were being set up, no doubt. When they got back to the fire station, they were robbed. Now, we're in the state St. George's, and like from a botanical gardens point of view, you just would take that right from Centerline Road, and then 2 blocks or so, 2 entrances past Botanical Gardens, this would lead you up here to this cul-de-sac. Now, we've got 3 abandoned houses. And this one here, like I said, this is where the firefighters were probably spending most of their time trying to quell this fire. Little did they know when they got back to their fire company in Estate Grove, a lot of their belongings were stolen. Their surveillance tape, their surveillance motherlode on the computer, stolen as well. Police Commissioner Novell Francis definitely not happy about it. So as we wrap this up, now you're seeing the whole thing from its inception all the way to the dirty deed when the firefighters who put their lives on their line to protect us every day and night came back, and look what they found. Remember, these firefighters spend 4 and 5 days away from their loved ones, 12-hour shifts sometimes, 24-hour shifts, 3-day shifts. What is going on in our territory and in our neighborhoods when the very people who are supposed to protect us and save our lives, they get robbed when they go to put out a fire at an abandoned building? I smell more than burned debris. I smell a setup. I'm in Estate St. George's. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.